What's up, beautiful people? In this episode, I will be planting tomatoes, showing you how to plant tomatoes the correct way, the right way, and the way in which you will be able to grow an abundant amount of them, okay? Ricky, say let's go!
Let's go.
What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 How y'all doing, great people? It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for yet another gardening video. I am excited to be with you all because I'm going to go ahead and plant some tomatoes in my keyhole raised bed, which I am also excited about. I already have a wonderful tomato plant that is growing well, which I actually have cloned this tomato plant and about to grow some more just beyond it, okay? So that come time springtime, it'll be eating tomato time, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do it the right way. So let's go ahead and get it to it. If you're new to the channel, click that red button, turn to the gray button. I thank you, I appreciate you. We get to 100,000 by the end of this year. Let's grow, okay? All right, so we have here the raised bed soil, which has been doing oh so well and doing its thing, in which I'm gonna plant two from afar just to show you all, and then I'm gonna show you one up close, the last one. And so what we're gonna do is you wanna just make sure that your hole is big enough for your pot, right? And so essentially the pot size is your root ball size, and so you do want to make sure you have enough space in there already. And how you want to do it, so I'm gonna do it two ways. The first way is that we're gonna go ahead and take the tomato plant out, and looking at the whole nice root system, very nice, which it has grown so much since planting it in here. However, what you want to do is plant this tomato plant deep, okay? And largely because tomatoes stems can also grow roots from them as well, and the deeper you grow your tomato plant, essentially the stronger the stem will be, which of course stronger the plant will be as well. Which I'm gonna go ahead and add some fertilizer to the next one just to show you something different, but then I'm gonna do something different with planting this one. So let me do this one regular without fertilizer, this one with fertilizer, and this one is a different method, just to give us all the differences and the different ways of going about planting tomatoes. Okay, so now for this one here, we're gonna do the same method in which we are digging in here just to make room for the tomato plant to come. However, in this round, like I said, I'm going to add some fertilizer in here, which is my good old handy dandy Sustain, a nice 4-6-4 blend, which I love. I'll put a link for it down below, and I can give it a nice pinch, like seasoning something nice and tasty. Do the same thing, getting the root ball out. And so technically, for those that are very curious, you can actually grow, or excuse me, transplant your tomato plant up to the leaves, right? The bottom leaf situation right there. They can go as deep as that because, like I said, the roots, or excuse me, the stem will grow roots from them as well. And so we're just gonna backfill this bad boy in, which, like I said, I have my fertilizers in there on this one as opposed to the first one, and we're gonna let this do what it does. I'm going to add some soil around the top of both of these, largely because I had the soil and really nothing to do with it. But then at the same time, I know the more soil the better as far as benefiting my transplanted tomato plant. And I've already watered the soil, so I don't necessarily have to water it now. All is good to grow. And for this last one, I wanted to show you all another method to go about planting your tomato plants, which I have my stake here, so this is pretty great in doing it this way in this one. But nonetheless, nice and deep as I did before. However, let me go ahead and add the fertilizer in here as well. And this one, it's gonna be a wee bit different, largely because, let me plant it and then show you what I'm talking about. And so this one I'm gonna transplant sideways with the root still down in there. So now this method is useful because the roots will grow as the soil has covered them. And now again, I can grow it up, or excuse me, I can plant it up to the bottom true leaves. And this is beneficial largely because just as the roots in the ground will do its thing, the roots here will do their thing as well, making for a stronger overall tomato plant. And so don't worry about it like growing that way. That is not what it's gonna do. It will let gravity do what it does, which has it to grow up in the direction of the sun. And so we don't have to worry about that aspect of it. However, what we do gain is a tomato stem that is very strong, very valuable, and very necessary and helpful for this tomato plant to grow rapidly, which is what we all want, right, with our tomato plants. Now, what I can do, which I probably will do, is come and stake these bad boys too. I'm gonna do a trellis system back here, but nonetheless, I can put some stakes in the ground now, which I will do. Let me just do it and tell you why. I seem to only have one stake, but no worries. I'll just plant it in the ground now. And so this is all helpful because planting it now is early in its growing stage. And so you really don't get to disrupt the root ball system, which planting it later you possibly could and most likely would do so. And so that is a good reason why to go ahead and put your stake in the ground once you have transplanted your tomato plant. So here we are. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We have tomatoes. All right, great people. So so the main things that I wanted to get us aware of is that, one, we can plant our tomato transplant or seedling as deep as our first true leaves that were at the bottom. That's one of the main things. Also, two, you want to make sure you add some fertilizer in the soil as you are planting or transplanting your tomato plant so that it gets all the nice nutrients and things necessary for growth in its new home and getting acclimated within its new territory. But then also, two, you can plant them at an angle, okay? And the angle is not going to project the tomato plant that way. No, it's still going to go up. However, the roots will be able, the stem will be able to then release roots into the ground, which will make it more firm and sturdier. Therefore, the one that is slanted should be a more firmer tomato plant than the ones that were planted straight, okay? So now we have three different looks, three different ways in which we planted the tomato plants. Therefore, go ahead and subscribe, click that bell notification so you can see the outcome of how these are doing, will do, and how they will grow and produce so that you know what you should do when you are doing this in your garden, okay, great people? So with that being said, you all have a fabulous day. Ricky, do you have anything you want to say? No? Okay, well, just like that, great people, we are now out. So have a great day. Love you all. And remember, if you have any gardening questions, you can always garden with me. New merch on the way. You'll see it down below. Peace.